much you can do. Be who you were meant to be. Peaceful Warriors Wellness. Feel better, move better, be better. Peaceful Warriors.
All right, good morning, everybody. I'm Scott Roberts. My wife and I are the owners of Peaceful Warriors Wellness Center here in downtown St. Petersburg, where we help people feel better, move better, and be better through therapeutic massage, corrective exercise, stretching, reflexology, and many other approaches. But welcome. Thank you for joining me this morning. Please grab yourself a rope, a belt, a strap, something that you can use to help leverage your limbs and assist yourself in the stretch, because an assisted stretch is always a little bit better than your active ability to stretch. You can find us online at www.peacefulwarriorswellness.com. You can always give us a call at 727-822-8866. If you need to schedule some body work for yourself, and one of our incredibly gifted therapists will be glad to help you on your journey towards wellness. All right, so let's go ahead and start off. Reach overhead, come up onto your toes, actively reaching for the sky, stretching out the spine, defying gravity a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and go into a left-hand side bend. Bring your heels back down to the floor, slightly more than shoulder width apart. Lean all the way to the left as far as you can. Exhale as you stretch. These stretches you want to hold for a couple seconds and then release and reset. All right, let's go to the right. One more. Now we're going to do torso rotation, arms down to shoulder height. Twist your body all the way to the left as far as you can. Then we're going to swing all the way back around to the right as far as you can. You'll notice through these I do 3 reps of each stretch. Not because that's how many you should do. You should do more of the stretches that you need the most or that feel the best. But I do 3 of each one so that we can get through them in a timely manner, and you can pick which ones you need the most and repeat more of them later. Good. All right, grab one end of the rope or strap in your right hand, up over your head, strap dangling between your shoulder blades. Reach back with your left hand. I've turned away so you can see what I'm doing behind me. You're going to reach behind you between your shoulder blades and then use the strap to assist at the end of the movement. Now we're going to reverse it. Bring the right hand down to your belt line, strap over your left shoulder, reach up between your shoulder blades, assist with the strap at the end. Good. Bring your right arm up to shoulder height and bend the elbow at 90 degrees so your palm is facing forward. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see the movement. We're going to rotate our shoulder, okay? The elbow stays pretty much in the same spot, and as you rotate your arm back, use the strap at the end of it to assist and get a little bit more motion, range of motion out of it. This is a really good stretch for people that have rounded shoulders. Maybe you sit at a desk too much or drive too much, okay? Do the left side, left hand overhead, strap behind you, reach down between your shoulder blades, assist with the strap at the end. Left hand comes to the belt line, strap over the right shoulder, reach up between your shoulder blades, opening up the shoulder. Good. Left elbow up, rotating the shoulder, reaching back behind your left ear, so to speak. Wonderful. Take the strap around the back of your neck and around your shoulders there. Find yourself a spot on the wall, tree, whatever you have around you. Plant your palm flat on that surface with your fingers pointing behind you. Step forward with your left foot, and now gently rotate and turn your chest away. Ease into the stretch. Hold it for a couple seconds and release it. Let's switch sides. Left palm on the wall, right foot steps forward. Rotate away. Good. Head and neck rotation. We're going to turn our head to the left. Use your hands. Left hand on the right temple, right hand behind the left ear. Gently assist at the end of your movement. Let's go to the right. Tilting our head to the left. Left ear towards the left shoulder. Reach up with that left hand just above the right ear. Add a little bit of weight at the end of the movement. So in all cases, you want to move the limb using the musculature of your body, and then you just use the assistance at the end. To the right. All right, let's stretch out the legs and hips. All right, so if you happen to have one of these stretch out straps, they're nice because they have these pre-sewn in loops. If you have a belt with a buckle, you can just run it through the buckle and drape it over your toes. If you have a piece of rope or a strap that doesn't have the loops in there, you just want to go around the ball of the foot and hold each of the two ends in your hands, okay? Like this, for example, if you're using a piece of rope, okay? If you live in the area and you want one of these straps, you can come to the office and buy one. If you do not live nearby and you want one of these straps, you can go to optp.com. That's optp.com. All right, so we're going to straighten out that right leg. We're going to move that leg towards the right shoulder, keeping it straight. Lift, and then add a little bit of assistance with a strap at the end. It does help sometimes if you put that hand on your knee as just a tactile cue to try to remember to keep it straight. You're not really pushing on the knee a whole lot, you're just adding just that little bit of a reminder. Take the strap around the inside of your ankle and underneath the calf. Your toes are going to get pulled towards the inside of your between your legs. We're going to lift that leg towards our nose. Now we're going to take the strap out and go around the outside of the ankle and under the calf. That's going to turn your toes towards the outside by doing that. Now we're going to pull that leg towards the left shoulder. All right, straighten out both legs, leave the strap right where it's at, around the outside of the ankle and under the calf. We're going to have 3 different angles that we're going to stretch the outside of the right hip. We're going to start off just above the left leg, so lift and now scissor across. Lift And scissor. You want to keep your hips flat on the floor. Don't let them roll. Good. Now we're going to lift that leg to 45 degrees and scissor across. Now we're going to bring that leg to 90 degrees or as close to 90 as you're able to get. And scissor. These also help with the lower back in addition to the hips, because what happens in the hips affects the lower back. What happens in the lower back affects the hips. All right, let's reverse this strap. Let's go from the inside of the ankle underneath the calf. And we're going to straighten that leg out, and we're going to pull that right leg out to the right as far as we can, keeping the arm and leg straight, assisting at the end. This is a great groin stretch. And by running the strap around the inside of the ankle, it keeps the toes pointed up towards the ceiling or sky, which actually gives you the stretch where you need it. Bend your knees. Take the right ankle onto the left knee. You can take the strap off for now. Just set it to the side. You're going to switch sides here in just a minute. Let's bring that right knee close to your chest, and then with your left hand on your right shin, we're going to move that right foot towards the left shoulder. You're going to feel it deep in the glutes here. All right, we're going to switch sides. All right, left foot, the strap goes around the ball of the left foot. All right. Straighten out your left leg. We're going to move that leg towards the left shoulder. Now we're going to take the strap around the inside of the ankle. Good morning, Colette. Good morning, Foxy. How are you? It's a Foxy. I'm doing great. How are you, girl? Huh? How are you? Yeah, it's so good to see you this morning. It's so good to see you this morning. The dogs in this building are the best, by the way.
They really are.
Yep. All right, you have a good day.
Have a good one. See ya.
Yep. All right, now we need to move that leg towards the nose. So same basic stretch, just a different angle of the leg and different muscle being stretched as a result. Pardon the slight interruption, but if you guys are doing this at home, you probably have kids and pets of your own that are doing the same thing. So strap comes around the outside of the ankle, underneath the calf. Now we're going to go towards the right shoulder with the left leg. And here we go. Straighten out both legs. Now we're going to do our scissor stretches for the outside of the left hip, right above the right leg. .45 degrees. It's Wednesday, our middle of the week stretches. Now we're going to bring that left leg up to 90 degrees or as close to 90 as you're able to get it. And scissor across. Wonderful. Take that strap around the inside of the ankle. So one full rotation around the leg. We're going to pull that left leg out to the left as far as it'll go. Leg and arm stay straight. All right, you can take the strap and set it aside. We're done with that for now. Left ankle onto your right knee. Let's bring that knee as close to the chest as we can. Reach up with your right hand onto your left shin and pull that left foot towards the right shoulder. Rotating the leg. Deep in that hip socket. You can feel this in your glutes. All right. Let's roll over onto our hands and knees and stand yourself up onto your knees. Step forward with your right foot. You want that foot to be out in front of your knee so that as you push your hips forward, you're going to stretch the front of the left hip here. Okay, so take a deep breath. As you exhale, push forward. You want to keep your chest up and squared off forward. So you're actually going to sink into your hips into the stretch as you push forward. Your hips can't help but come a little bit lower as you leave that left knee back behind you. That stretches your left hip flexor. Again, very important for somebody that spends a lot of time during their day seated to keep this open and elongated. All right, switch legs, right knee back, left foot forward. As always, feel free to like, comment, and share the video. If you're watching live, we do save it and post it here and on YouTube, so always appreciate the shares. Those are always nice. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them. All right, so that's going to conclude the stretching portion. Now we got some exercises to do, okay? I'm going to start off with the dying bug. The dying bug is a good core exercise, especially at a beginner level. Okay, so lift your hips, tuck your tail. You want just a little bit of space between your lower back and the floor. We're going to start off easiest and go to hardest, okay? So for those of you that have lower back pain and sometimes different exercises hurt, you want to start off here with the simplest. Okay, so one leg at a time. Lift that right foot off the ground, keeping your knee at 90 degrees. As soon as that right foot touches, you switch and lift your left foot off the floor. Alternating back and forth, just like if you're walking, okay? If these are easy and you're not encouraging, enduring any pain by doing that exercise, you want to lift both legs at the same time, okay? So just your lower body. Tap. You're still pulling your lower back, the spine of your lower back towards your belly button, keeping that little bit of space between the floor and your lower back, okay? So both legs at the same time, that would be the next step. If that's still easy and you don't have any pain, put your arms up over your shoulders, lift both your legs up, and now let's get some movement, 6 to 8 inches here. Dying bug. This looks like a bug in its death throes that's gotten stuck on its back and can't roll itself over. Okay, so you can do this as long as you need to. When you get tired, set your feet down. Take a couple deep breaths, come right back. Okay? If you want to make it harder, you just reach all the way down and all the way up, opposite legs, like a mountain climber on your back. That's the dying bug, and several different progressions or regressions depending on where you're at and where you feel comfortable without having any pain. The idea is to push yourself and to have some discomfort, because change only occurs in a zone of discomfort. All right? Changes do occur if you just are lazy and do nothing, but those changes are never good. Okay? The next exercise we're going to do is a bridge or glute or hip press. Okay? We want to exercise and strengthen the glutes to help stabilize the hips. So if you do a bridge, you're just going to push your hips towards the ceiling. You have your heels firmly planted, and you can just hold this, squeezing and really just focusing on keeping those hips locked forward. If you prefer, you can do hip presses, where you're in motion. As soon as your hips touch the floor, you lift back up, squeeze, right? Slowly lower yourself down, pop back up, okay? Hip presses. If those are really easy and you don't feel like they're helping you a whole lot, you can go to single leg as well. So single leg bridge, you straighten out your left leg, the right glute is going to do all the work. You're going to lift your hips up off the floor using only your right glute and hold it. Okay, that's a bridge, single leg. If you want to do presses, okay, right side and left side, obviously. Don't want to do just one side, you'll be lopsided. You'll have one strong glute, one weak glute, and you'll look really funny. All right, here we go. Bridge, press, 1, 2, 3, okay? Again, just like with the stretches, 3 is all I'm doing to show you how to do it. Any of these exercises that you need to do more of to help correct the dysfunction in your body, you need to take charge of and do, okay? Let's go ahead and roll over onto your stomach. Elbows out, palms and forearms flat on the floor. 90 degrees at the elbow. We're going to lift our head, our chest, and our arms up off the floor towards the ceiling as you exhale. So inhale, exhale. Squeeze those elbows towards the ceiling. Hold it for a couple seconds. Release and inhale. Exhale. Super important for people that spend a lot of time seated. Have rounded shoulders and head forward posture. All right, plant your elbows underneath your shoulders. We're going to do some planks. Your core is the center of the body and is one of the most important things to keep strengthened so that you can support your lower back. That's where so many people have lower back problems. We lose our core stability. All right, beginner level, you stay on your knees. You lift your butt just enough to make a straight line from the back of your knees to the back of your head, and you hold it, okay? The more often you do this, the longer you'll be able to hold it. If doing these on your knees is really easy, let's come up onto our toes. So you put your toes and the ball of your foot under the floor, mainly your toes. And you're going to lift your hips up, keeping your legs straight, and you're going to hold that. Good job. All right. We're going to do a little bit of a side plank. Those are also very important. So you're going to bend your knees, your hips are on the floor, your elbows on the floor, left hand on your hip. And beginning, we're going to, again, do different increments. So beginner level, All you're going to do is lift your rib cage towards the ceiling, open up your knees, okay? So you come down, your shoulder comes up into your ear, your rib cage sags in the middle, and then you lift your head and your ribs away from the floor and back down, okay? That's beginner level. If you want to advance and it doesn't cause any pain, you're going to lift your hips up off the ground and push your hips forward. And back and forward, coming up onto that right knee. Okay, let's do the left side. All right, same thing here. Left shoulder into your ear. Come on up. Extend yourself and your rib cage up towards the ceiling. Back down. Back up. And down. Advance. Go forward. Lift your hips up off the floor. Great job. All right, come on up, sit down on tuck your ankles underneath your knees. Straighten out your spine, rest your elbows or forearms on your knees. And let's take 5 good deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose. Push every ounce of air out of your lungs through your lips. Make sure you're sitting up straight. And here, of course, is the best therapist we have in the office, Miss Lena, and Miss Dory, our office manager and security. Yes, hi, good morning. Yeah, this is our baby. I know it. Good morning. All right, well, thank you for joining me this Wednesday morning. Hope you've enjoyed this version of the Feel Better, Move Better, Be Better movement session. I look forward to you coming back on Friday, and we'll see you then.